Howdy ho, you handsome hunk. Grab a snack and gain some chunk. If your day is great or really sunk, we hope to help you shake the funk. So if you're good to hear some junk, buckle up, it's the Junk Monk Podcast. Hello and welcome to the Junk Monk Podcast. I'm your host, Kandyce Sloan, who you know from Instagram at Hardens and Hardhats.
And I'm Noah, your co-host, who you know from Right Now.
If this is your first time listening, let us fill you in. We are watching and reviewing every episode of the USA hit TV show Monk right here each week.
And we're going to do so while eating a little bit of junk. So I've got my junk food here, which is the same as last week. Cheese. Baby Bell cheese, the little circular cheese. It's really good. You should try it.
Okay, so he wanted to have the cheese again because last time he made this like really cool little wax guy. And so he's like, oh, I need the wax thing again so I can make another wax figure.
Statue. It was amazing.
So I have actually told our assistant, Toby, to surprise me with the snack or the junk for this time. So I have Chobani Flip cookies and cream yogurt. I have never had anything like this before. It's really interesting. Greek yogurt. And it has like the little cookies and the icing strips.
Well, it's where it's you have yogurt on one side of it and cookies and like cream on the other side, and you flip the cookies and cream onto the yogurt. So like, see right there, you flip it on.
Oh, no
and then
way.
It gets like mixed up.
Am I supposed to do this like now?
Yeah,
like this?
You can do it.
I'm scared.
No, it's scary, but you just have to do it.
Okay. Oh, okay, I did it. Oh.
Right, and then you stir it up.
Oh, do I have to stir it up? Because I don't want to get it like soggy.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, you must know I have seen every episode of Monk. I'm a huge fan. Started watching in about 2007 and for the most part watched it as it aired.
I've seen the pilot episode and those we've done on the show, and a few scattered here and there in different seasons.
So, if you're ready to start the show, Toby, take it away.
Here's what happened.
So this episode is Mr. Monk in the Big Game, Season 5, Episode 3. Here's what happened. In the open, we see Julie and her school basketball team practicing for their upcoming championship game. Their coach, Lynn Hayden, is taking a shower after practice when she's electrocuted after a hairdryer is left on the wet floor. Julie and her teammates hire Mr. Monk to look into the case, and he concludes Coach Hayden was murdered. Natalie volunteers her and Mr. Monk to fill in as the coaches for the big game, and he continues to pursue the case. His first clue is a burr on her coat, the kind that grows near Dratch Valley. When they visit the valley, they see a recent brush fire that had resulted in severe property damage. They also find a button from her coat and assume she's the one that started the fire. Their assumptions are correct when her brother Aaron Hayden reveals Lynn had started the fire accidentally, and he was trying to convince her to not go to the police so that she wouldn't lose her teaching license. During the big game, Natalie puts the final clue together when she discovers the black tape that was found on the killer blow dryer was the same kind that Aaron Hayden had put on the framed photo of his sister. It turns out Aaron had committed a previous murder where there was DNA evidence at the scene, but nothing to match it against. He knew if his sister turned herself in, her DNA would incriminate him as a sibling. He is apprehended and Coach Monk doesn't win his game, but still gets his trophy in the end. So that was Mr. Monk in the Big Game.
All right, Kandyce, what did you like about this episode?
Okay, I liked a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Really good one.
I personally am a middle school basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
So this one just hits close to home. I love it. It's so exciting to see.
I thought that was high school.
Julie's in
middle
school.
Oh, yeah, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Oops.
So it was really exciting to see, like, just it starting off with the basketball, and I'm like, oh, yes, this episode.
Mm-hmm.
First off, very smart young ladies they were, that their coach died, and, yeah, like, one of the girls was, obviously sad, which is understandable, but they all were so adamant about, like, no, I did not leave those towels on the floor, and the girl's like, no, I put my hairdryer up.
Yeah.
And then Julie, Julie has a clue, too. I didn't write it down.
No, she didn't. No, because I remember, I was like, but she literally told you. Oh, no. Because she was saying all the things before she died, like, oh, you guys don't need me to be your coach. Like, you guys are better without me. So I would have been like, yeah, she said that a lot. I feel like that would have been my first thing to tell Mr. Monk.
Oh, you're right. I get what you're saying. But that would lead you to believe that that's why she believed her friends, right? Because she's like, yeah, Coach Haim was acting kind of weird. And then she died right after I talked to her. And my friends don't believe that she, that it was an accident either. So
Yeah.
I thought they were very smart. Also, little Natalie, did you notice whenever, I don't know if it's about the shoelaces or what, but Julie looks at Monk and she's like, let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's little Natalie.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cute too. She learned from her mom.
Yeah, the whole scene, when Monk is ironing his shoelaces and the girls come in, impeccable acting. I really liked it.
He's so good with youngsters.
Yeah.
I love everything. When they knock on the door, I don't have candy.
Yeah, I don't have kids. Mr. Monk, it's not Halloween.
And then she's like, you iron your shoelaces? Why are there 3?
He's like, oh, yeah. Left shoe, right shoe, back up shoe. Wait a minute. Wait, no, right. Wait, which one's which?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't matter.
He's like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter if this left. It's so cute. Yeah, I do love that whole scene.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, I think, is where, or one of the next scenes, because they go to the school, right, to talk to the principal. Mm-hmm. And Monk is looking at the trophy cases and all the trophies, and he's so impressed and so excited and thinks they're like, it looks like he thinks they're made of gold or something.
Yeah.
He's so mesmerized by them. And Natalie's just like, okay, Mr. Monk, yeah, but we're here to talk to the principal. And he's like, golly, I always just felt like they should just like lock these in a vault somewhere.
Yeah.
She's like, who's going to steal a bunch of trophies? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe someone who's never gotten one before. Maybe someone whose mother cleared off the mantle, just hoping that you would get one. Even when his mother was sick, even when she was dying, and she still came to every track meet. Natalie, I'm talking about me. I know, so Mr. Monk.
So sad.
It's so sweet, and so it is so sad, but I love that.
Monk freaking out about the awards in general. Just him, like, it's so sad and it's heartfelt, and you can be like, it's a time to sympathize for Monk.
Yeah.
Instead of laughing at him, you're just kind of.
Which I thought it was actually interesting that his mother would clear off a shelf, like, in hopes that he would. I mean, that kind of means that she believed in him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, unless it was like, oh, well, you can't put any trophies on the mantle. But he made it seem like he had let her down.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah.
Of course, just every single scene where Monk is a coach, everything is hilarious. Do you have any quotes from that you want to share? Because I wrote almost everything down, I feel like. So.
I do remember one. What was it? What was her name?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, what did I tell you about your feet?
Because Monk doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So Natalie's like, I guess she's doing a layup, and she's doing it off the wrong foot. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, okay, Kimberly, make sure you come off the other foot. And he's like, other foot, Kimberly. And then when the scene's about to end, he's like, Kimberly, what did I tell you about that foot? He calls it a rehearsal when it's a practice.
Yeah.
At the arson scene.
Yeah.
At the brush fire. And he's inviting the park ranger to the game. That is so cute. He's like, call me coach. I was like, aren't you a detective? He's like, yeah.
But I'm also a coach.
Go Cougars.
Go Cougars.
Hi, are you into b-ball? B stands for basketball.
He says B stands for basketball, and I was like, basketball ball?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, what?
Plot hole.
Yeah.
B stands for basket. But that's weird to say. B stands for basket. Like, that sounds weird, but I guess it would have been actually cuter if you would have said that. Also, during the game, he has absolutely no clue what he's talking about.
Uh-huh.
He's like, Big D, Big D. Mr. Monk, we're on offense.
And he's like, Big O, Big O, Big O.
And then Natalie gets kicked out of the game.
For no reason.
And, okay, well, to be fair, you can't
She was yelling.
You can't say the stuff that she was saying.
But still, she had a right to yell.
She had a right to yell because the girl did
Obviously,
not
like,
do an offensive charge.
If you watch it, it looks like it hurts little girl. Like, her spine looks...
The one that's supposed to be supposedly doing an offensive foul.
Yeah, no way.
The other girl takes her arms and shoves them into her chest.
Yeah.
And she's like, pfft. It's totally messed up. It was a terrible call, which I guess it makes sense because she obviously did do the wrong thing by yelling at the referee to get kicked out.
Yeah.
But she, like you said, she was justified in what she was saying. She wasn't just like being an angry coach.
Yeah.
Like if her kid actually messed up and then she's just being crazy about it. So.
Yeah.
And so Natalie gets kicked out and Monk calls a timeout. And so they come in and he's like, all right, Emily, make sure you shoot the ball or something. And then they're like, that's not Emily. And he's like, she's Emily now. You're all Emily. All right. So go back out there and everybody give it 100%. Coach Hayden always said to give it 115%, 110%. And he's like, no, that's mathematically impossible.
Just give it 100%.
Well, I'm going to give 110%. Okay, so you can give 110%. Julie, you can give 90%. Well, I'm going to go 115%. Okay, you can go 115%, but Julie, that means you're down to 75%. And guys, it doesn't matter. Let's just go.
Cougars on 3. 1, 2, 3, Cougars! I like in the locker scene when Natalie and Monk are arguing about who's going up. And Natalie's like, all right, up you go. And he's like, all right, up you go. And she's like, all right, up you go. All right, up you go. Mr. Monk, I'm not going up there. I'm the assistant. Well, in Greek, assistant means up you go.
It derives from the word assist, which means up you go. I love those moments between them. No, up you go. Randy, when they're doing the interview about the DNA, and Stottlemyre doesn't even want to be there, really, but Randy is so into it, and Julie's just like, all meek, and like asking questions like, what does DNA stand for? He's like, I got this one. And then the captain's like, it stands for, fill in the blank. Yeah. I don't know. Do you remember?
It was gosh, we paused it because I was like, oh, I know what it is. And then I couldn't remember.
Dinorumba nucleonic acid.
Right. Nucleic acid. I know what nucleic acid, but it's like I don't know. Science isn't my thing.
And then he's like, dang it. And then she's like, okay, who invented DNA? Well, I mean, no one actually really knows. It was Watson and Kirk or something?
I think it's Kirk.
Something like that. I don't know. And he's like, they're from Britain. So I was like, okay. And then they start asking about the cases, like, what do they say? Oh, why can't you bust every single crime? Is there not DNA? And he's like, well, there's not DNA at every crime scene and whatever. And Randy's just sitting there rolling his eyes because the captain's answering all the questions. It's so funny. And then later at the game, they ask, I think Monk asks, like, what was the name of that golf course? And Randy's like, oh, it was the so-and-so golf course. Got it.
I didn't notice that.
That was really cute.
Oh. Okay, Natalie's scheme.
Yes, Natalie's scheme.
Whenever she tricks the captain into
that's so good.
Meeting with Julie, Natalie's like, oh, please, Captain, please. And he's like, no, I don't have the time. She's like, okay, well, my cousin's a PR rep at the 49ers, and Joe Montana's doing a meet and greet this weekend, or on Thursday. You want to come? He's like, oh, yeah, sure. And she's like, gotcha. I lied about everything. Julie's going to be here Thursday. Got it? He's like, ugh.
That was such a good Natalie scheme. Okay, so the last thing that I have is just something little. I thought that was so cute that Stottlemyre and Randy went to the game.
Yeah.
To support them.
Support Monk.
Yeah. And then the lady's like, oh, which one's yours?
The big one with the whistle.
That's so cute. And then when Natalie comes back as the mascot, she's like, Captain Stottlemyre. And Randy's like, oh, cool, he knows your name. Okay.
It's so cute.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yep.
I really liked how Monk raises his hand whenever they're in the principal's office because he's like explaining to Natalie that he was like the tattletale whenever he was in grade school. And he raises his hand to talk to the principal while they're in his office.
What, doesn't he tell on her? Oh, Natalie volunteers to be the coach.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, all right, you'll need an assistant. And then Natalie starts looking at Monk, and he's like, what? 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 And then raises his hand.
He's like, no, he's like, is there something on my face?
Oh, yeah. There's something on my face.
Stop staring at me. She's staring at... And then he raises his hand.
Got anything else?
Randy doesn't get any answers. And yeah, that's it. All right, so Kandyce, what did you not like about this episode?
Okay, something really random. Don't know if you would have even caught it. But at the very beginning, when Randy has the evidence of the coach on his desk, Monk and Natalie are kind of sifting through it.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope, the outlet was defective. Nope, the hairdryer was fine. And he was just being really, like, short with them. Yeah. And I was like, that was kind of rude. I mean, not rude, but I thought it was kind of, like, weird. Like, okay, he's not being very friendly. And then Monk finds the burr on the jacket. And he's like, oh, that must mean she went outside. Doesn't help much, does it? Even you go outside.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he is being rude.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was just, like, stressed out at work because all the cases that Stottlemyre was saying that they had and all that. So I was like, that's weird. And then I was like, I guess maybe that's just all the lines he had in the show this episode. But then later, he's really funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was just a really random out of character thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like season 1 Randy. I was like, what the heck is he doing?
I think it was because of all the cases. I think that must have been.
Yeah, like he was trying to be like, yeah, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
So like get off my desk. So
yeah.
Yeah.
We were both like, what the heck? Creepy coach showers with the kids. What the heck?
It was so funny because you made the comment when she's like, hit the showers, Julie.
And then I was like, whoa, creep. Are you going to take her into the shower with you? And then the next scene, they're all like the showers together. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, to be fair, they weren't in the showers together.
Well,
but
like, she's in her robe.
Yeah,
in her bathrobe.
Yeah.
Right next to the girls. And then walks past them and goes to take a shower. Like, what if them, like, forgot their, like, hairbrush there or something? Yeah. Oh, my hairdryer's not with me. Oh, shoot.
And then they
dead,
both die.
naked gym teacher. Like, what?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my next thing is, okay, so sports on TV are really hard. I understand this. It's hard to get, like, accuracy. Like, you know, sometimes you're just like, I want to do a show about basketball. But the actors, they've never played basketball. Yeah. So, you know, you have to take it for what it is. And I will say that it wasn't that bad. I just feel like as a coach, I have to point it out. You know what I mean? Like, I have to mention it. I had to at least mention it. Or else it's like, wow, you didn't notice this and you're a basketball coach kind of thing. Yeah. So, again, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. But everyone's form is terrible, except for number 12. She was balling. She gets that shot. There was absolutely no cut in
exactly.
that.
The one shot, not even Natalie's shot.
Oh, yeah, Natalie's shot was terrible. She shot with one hand and it, like, cut, and then it was like, swoosh.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, everyone's form was terrible, and just based on watching them play, there's little chance that team was in the big game.
Yeah.
I've coached girls that age, and they're better than that, so.
Exactly. What else do you have?
I have one more thing.
Okay, I also have one more thing. Monk's moment of silence. It was absolutely, like, it hurt me to watch it. Like,
oh, no.
Monk goes, and everyone's looking at him like, oh my gosh, because he's wiping down the floor with one of his wipes, and everyone's looking at him because they're all taking a moment of silence for the dead coach. And then Natalie starts, like, wrestling him on the floor, and it's like, and everyone's like, oh my gosh. It's so funny.
My last thing is, Monk doesn't win the game.
Yeah.
What the heck? I put, boo. Can never give Monk a win. Yeah. It's not like it's $1 million, okay? This is not the big reward where he can't get what he wants in the end.
Exactly.
Just let them win the game. And you didn't only take away the win from Monk.
You took away from all the 12-year-old girls.
Exactly. Like, who cares about the other 12-year-old
Yeah.
girls on the other team? We don't know them.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck?
We want Emily C, Emily J, and Julie to win.
And all the other Emilys.
And all the other Emilys.
They're all Emily.
And Kimberly.
Oh, yeah, and Kimberly.
Kimberly.
She's one. That's not
She's
Emily.
one. Yeah. The Emily, Kimberly and the Embleys. That's their band name.
I like that. All right, so next segment.
He's the guy. All right, Candace, did you have anyone today for He's the Guy?
I had 2 people.
Oh. I have 2 people.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Okay, I'd like to go first. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people recognize this, but she's on the screen for like 0.2 seconds.
I know.
Jennifer Lawrence as the mascot, which I think is so funny.
That was crazy.
It was so, because we were all like, what? It was so funny to watch. But like,
You recognized her. Like, she was on the screen for like 0.2 seconds.
And we were all
and
like,
you're
Katniss?
Jennifer Lawrence, what the heck?
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was like her first role or something.
Yeah.
Like, how minor of a role could you be to literally just take your head off and walk by the screen?
I know, right? Yeah.
Should look that up sometime. Okay, so my first person is actually Emily C. I recognized her right away, but I was like, because I've seen, it's hard sometimes because I've seen the episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, she's the little girl from maybe it's this episode. Mm-hmm. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh no, she's from Hannah Montana. She's one of the mean girls, I think. So she has kind of that snotty look to her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was a mean girl in Hannah Montana. And then she was also on an episode of House. That was another thing, but I forgot to write it down.
Last week there was someone from House 2.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
I also recognize Jim O'Hare, who was the park ranger from Parks and Recreations.
Yeah, he was Gary, I think. That's the guy that they call Gary, but his real name is Jerry or something like that.
Yeah.
And they like, every like couple of seasons, they like change his name to like Barry, Jerry, Gary. I've watched Parks and Rec one time through, and I really liked it, but I've only seen it one time through, and he was my favorite character. Like, on that show, like, by far. He's so funny. They always just pick on him, call him the wrong name, and he's so sweet and apologetic about everything, and he's just such a nice guy and everything, so.
Yeah.
Okay, my last person is Emily J.
Okay.
And, did I say the other girl's name? Emily C. was played by Haley Chase, and Emily J. is played by Molly McCook. And, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did not recognize her. I was looking at Emily C., who I did recognize, and right next to it, when I scrolled over, it said Molly McCook, and I was like, I might recognize that name. And I noticed she is on Last Man Standing.
Who is she?
She plays the new Mandy, because the old Mandy left, and when they rebooted this season 7, they got a new Mandy who's tall and blonde, and it's this girl. I could not believe that. And I couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one that Mr. Mugg hands her the necklace, the arrowhead necklace or whatever, and he, like, touches it. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. Like, she's totally not, like, the Mandy character.
Mandy?
On Last Man Standing, Mandy's the dumb one.
The middle one?
The middle one.
I thought she had black hair.
No, they recast her. Have you watched the new season of Last Man Standing?
No.
Yeah. There's a new Mandy.
No.
Yeah, I hate to break that to you right now because
that sucks.
It's
so
not the
good.
same.
Like when they changed the oldest one, and they look alike, let alone a tall blonde girl.
Oh, that's like Mandy. They make a joke because her and Kyle are like fiancés or whatever.
Yeah.
And they make a joke about her being completely different.
Oh my gosh, like, that's so sad.
Yeah. So weird.
I hate when shows do that.
I hate
like
that.
Benji. Like Benji.
That was the worst. It only took me like 10 years to figure out it was 2 different Benjis. They did recast Strona's husband though. That was a recast. Oh, who am I talking about? They recast Trudy.
Trudy got recast? Because she's Jan from The Office, and that's all I know her from.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of an episode. I know you've seen the old one. You probably just didn't like register or something.
Beep boop bop.
But I think they have at least 3 Trudys. But Melora Hardin, who's Jan, she plays it for the most part. I think they might cast her in season 3. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Junk time. All right, guys, it's Noah's favorite time on the show where we eat a little bit of junk and we talk about Monk. All right, I nailed that.
You know what I just realized?
Memory.
This is the only segment we don't talk about Monk. Let's change it next week.
Okay, yeah, we'll change it next week.
To make more sense.
Well, I mean, No, we don't.
The question is relevant to the show.
That's true.
But
The
we
question
don't
is
talk
relevant.
about Monk himself. Yeah.
But we talk. I feel dumb now.
Yeah, me too. Okay, my first question
Okay.
is, do you play any middle school sports since you are a middle schooler?
Yes, and you coach 3 of them because if you don't know, I go to a private school, so we have volleyball, intergender. So she coaches my basketball, volleyball, and track because I do shot put as she did in high school. So volleyball, basketball, and track. Volleyball is my favorite sport out of everything. And then I also play soccer, which is what I play the most. But I like volleyball better. And that's it.
You played football, right?
Oh, I did. I used to play football, yeah.
But now it's tackle, so it's like,
Yeah, like,
ain't nobody got time for that.
for real. Ain't nobody got enough brain cells for that.
Not just giving them out. Well, I was going to ask what's your favorite sport, but I was also going to ask why. So
Volleyball, it's the team aspect of volleyball is just so like, because I've been playing soccer my whole life, and it just got boring one day. And so now I just like despise going to soccer practice. But volleyball is so much fun. It's like new, and I'm still learning new things, and it is so cool to play with all my friends, or not even with my friends, because one of the cool things about it is that none of my friends like playing it. So I just got to make a bunch of new friends during the season, and it's really fun. Like, the team building is amazing, and like how you're like compatible with your team and you get to know people so much better. And I've made so many new friends through volleyball.
And while he's talking, he's miming like bumping and setting and spiking.
It's so much fun. Every time we talk about volleyball, I'm always just
He lights up.
Want
His
to
little
play
eyes
it.
light up. If you want Noah's eyes to light up, leave us a voicemail or just invite him to a pickup game of volleyball.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you've never ever set anybody up to spike it or have ever been set up to spike it, you ain't living.
You have never lived because, dude, it feels like everything's in slow motion whenever you just hit it. Like, it feels, just kill it. It just feels so good. And you have to play volleyball because not enough people play volleyball and people think it's weird, but it's cool.
Yeah. You
should play it.
It's what's funny to me is volleyball is such a like girl sport.
Yeah.
It's like they have it men's Olympics, men's college, you know what I mean? So it's like the net's like 2 feet taller.
Yeah, they're like,
like it's so
constantly.
fast. I've seen them like do the speedometer. It's like 100 and something, 150 miles an hour, something psycho that the ball hits, and you're like, why would you even want to try to dig that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like
it's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, moral of the story is boo to soccer, and we love volleyball. Okay, my final question for junk time is, have you ever played in a, quote, big game like Coach Monk?
Well, I know you're setting me up for this one because our basketball team, which Kandyce coaches, recently made it to the championship. Spoiler alert, we lost. So I'm going to cry for 3 hours after this.
Wait. But it's like Julie.
Oh, it's like Julie. Kandyce is Monk, and I'm Julie.
Yeah.
Julie. So there's complete gender reversal and role swap there, but...
Yeah, we did lose. We lost by, what, 5?
Yeah.
What did they lose by? They would have lost by 2.
1.
Because they made a 3-pointer at the end.
No, because it was tied, and they made 2.
Oh, I thought they were losing. I thought they were losing by 1. But either way, we lost by 5, I think. But we did come back. We had, like, the biggest swing of points ever.
Yeah,
well, we were losing by,
insane.
what, 22 or something in the first quarter?
Yeah.
We were like, what is happening?
Because we had beaten that team before.
Yeah.
And so we were losing by 22 in the first quarter, and the second quarter didn't get much better. In the third quarter, we just went out there and destroyed.
Yeah, at the end of the third quarter, we were down by 4.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we have a second place trophy. And
Yeah.
I'll get to some more basketball stuff in my plot hole section.
Oh.
So I think we're done with junk time now. So let's move on. Let me finish my final bite of yogurt. And I'm a fan, by the way. So if you can get your hands on some of this Chobani, go for it.
Baby Bell's better, though.
Plot holes!
Okay, plot holes, where we say our plot holes. I'm going to do a description for every single thing now. Where we say plot holes.
That's not the most clever one
That's
you'd come up with.
how crazy was Monk this episode. Where we rate how crazy Monk was this episode.
I wonder what it'll say for rate this episode.
It's a surprise.
Where this episode gets rated. Switched it up on you, didn't I? You thought I was going to say where we rate this episode.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
it's getting late.
it is getting late.
Getting delirious.
Okay, so, plot holes. I have no plot holes.
Oh my jeez. Okay.
Do you have a lot?
All right. Well, okay. Quickly, you already said this one basically. Coaching staff, showering with the students doesn't happen.
Yeah, weirdos.
Yeah. Or at least I could see you doing that if the kids were already back in class and no one would have any reason to enter the locker room.
Yeah.
I could see how a coach would just be like, "Oh, well the locker room's open, I went to take a shower." But you being in your bathrobe at the same time as a student in the locker room does not happen.
Jomo.
The next one is Monk says he wasn't going to buy Julie a present at the beginning.
He's so mean.
But he bought Benji birthday presents.
Well, maybe he doesn't like Julie that much.
Well, it's either a plot hole or Monk is stone cold.
For real.
Maybe he just got cheaper. Okay, my next one, maybe a little bit more out of character, but I see where they're coming from. Monk wants to take the money this time,
Yeah.
and Natalie doesn't want to take the money. So it's like a role reversal
It's
because
weird.
usually Monk is like oh
in the
no
Big
kids.
Reward, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no kids, it doesn't matter. You can, I'll do it for free. And then
But
Natalie's
it was
like,
also
"Guys."
Julie.
It's also Julie. Exactly.
So.
Yeah. And it was $57.
Yeah.
What does he say at the end? Oh, she's like, Mr. Monk, I have a surprise for you.
And he's like, is it $57?
He's so salty because he didn't get paid. It's so messed up. And he wasn't even going to buy Julie a present. He still wants the
know.
$57.
What a jerk. And she gave him the get well card.
With her own money.
With her own money that
Maybe, theory.
saved the day.
Fan theory. Maybe that's why he didn't want to buy her a birthday present. Because he hated the card. He hated the card that much.
They should have said that. That'd been funny.
All right. Coaches do not get a trophy with their names on it. Been there.
No way.
Done that. We
Yeah.
literally just had this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get a second place trophy while all the other kids.
Well,
I didn't
other
get a trophy when all the other kids did. All the kids got a trophy.
It's okay, Candyce.
I nor my assistant got a trophy. And it's like a complete role reversal because my assistant is a man also. So it's like all the little girls, and then I'm the coach. Except for I'm the head coach and Monk was the assistant. But okay, next thing, your shoe would not squeak if there was a cloth on it. They were going with the cloth on their shoe.
No.
That would happen if
that's
you were
not what
wearing a
happened.
basketball shoe.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is. They were using the cloth to get the mark off of the floor. Your shoe only squeaks like that if you're putting your basketball shoe on the floor. Otherwise, your shoe doesn't squeak. If you were using
My shoe squeak.
if you were using a rag to wipe something up, your shoe would not squeak on the floor.
It was a wipe.
I don't think it would squeak. Last and final thing, you could never, ever have a whistle while you're coaching like that, which I understand the referee does take it away from him, but Monk's been blowing that whistle for like the past 36 hours straight, so he would have started the game with the whistle, and how the referee like just heard him blowing it was like, he's like, all right, just quit that, and he's like, and does it, and he's like, yeah, hand it over. Like, you can't whistle. Every single, like, dead ball, they blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Boop, like, let the ball in. So, yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
Big no-no.
Oh, also, wait, sorry, one more plot hole.
Yeah.
You also, as a coach, you can't just walk away at the end of the game. Did you notice he just walks away? After he, like, puts his tracksuit on and he zips his jacket up.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm going home. He just walks out. I was like, oh, I should try that move.
Yeah, for real. Next time we get
guys,
second
you
place.
suck. I'm out of here.
For real. Okay, and they couldn't have guarded that girl for 2 seconds.
I don't know if that's a plot hole. I've seen y'all do that plenty of times.
For 2 seconds, though. 2 seconds on the clock.
I know.
There's no way.
That's what I'm saying as a coach. I'm like,
No,
guys, it was 2
no. Huge plot hole. The girl dribbles super slow, and then it cuts to her about to shoot and dribbles a little more and then shoots. But whenever it cuts to her shooting or about to shoot, right, there's 1 second on the clock. When I know her dribbling it in was more than a second. She was like, done, and then it cut, and then it said 1 second behind her. And then done.
Yeah.
No way.
You know what? I actually thought there would be more, like, time issues like that, but they did that Monk 30-second summation really well. Which I'm sure they did it in one take.
It was weird because I'm pretty sure everyone saw, but they split up the screen, so, like, everything on the left side was just smushed. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Everything on the left side, like, they cut out half of the right side, so it didn't look weird. But everything on the left side was just, like, the whole summation was just a little bit thinner.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did like the 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I liked how they didn't cut to it. They left it on the screen so you could see the seconds just kind of. Now he's like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, that was my final plot hole.
Yay. How crazy was Coach Monk this episode? Okay, so if you guys didn't notice, we changed up the transition for that one a little. Thanks to Toby, he had the bright idea of making it a whistle.
Yeah.
And also
Nice
saying
Toby.
Coach Monk, yeah.
So, out of 10 what?
Out of 10 backup monk whistles.
That's pretty good. I put out of 10 Coach Monk whistles. I do like the backup.
The backup one's
I do
so
like the
funny.
backup. That is funny. All right, so out of 10... Oh, let's do crazy moments.
Crazy moments, yes. I didn't have any crazy moments.
Oh my god.
I thought you could do it.
Of course you did.
Yay.
Okay, let's share a list. 6
6
feet apart.
6 feet.
Okay, the first one, obviously, he irons his shoelaces.
Of course, yes. And he raises his hand in the principal's office.
Yep. Oh, also, the irons his shoelaces. He has a left, right, and a backup. We should have done backup shoelaces. That would have been...
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
He touched the arrowhead.
Yeah, do you remember that? When
Yes.
and he's like, oh, it's a pretty necklace, and he touches it. I'm like, Mug, that's so weird. Why are you doing that? He's whistling at everything.
And he wants the guy to throw the frame away in honor of his beloved sister.
I think she'd want you to get a new frame. Mr. Monk is just quit it about the frame. He's like, yeah, but I think you could get a new frame, in honor of your beloved sister. Jeez. Cut him deeper. Also, every single coach moment we've mentioned so far, they were all cute, though. So you can't really be mad at that, right? But yeah, pretty much every single moment was like a little off.
Yeah.
Like a normal coach would not do these things. So
Okay, so out of 10 backup monk whistles.
Wait, what if we combined our backup coach monk whistles?
Okay, backup coach monk whistles.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Out of 10 backup coach monk whistles, Monk was a 8 out of 10 backup coach monk whistles.
Really?
Yes, 8 out of 10.
Oh,
Maybe
geez.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Okay, out of 10 backup coach monk whistles, I gave Mr. Monk a 1.
Whoa, his whistling was way out of hand.
But he was excited about having a whistle. He's never had a trophy before.
Kandyce.
He's never had a whistle.
Kandyce. I don't think I can do this. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Let me take it off my mic.
So basically, if Noah leaves, then all the numbers that I say are
Bye.
just gold. Like, no one can touch them, right? Because there's no one even to argue about. All right, he's gone. So, all the episodes deserve a 10, and I'm going to give this one 50 tens because...
Whoa. Did I just hear 50 tens?
Well, you left, so it escalated quickly.
That did escalate quickly. Kandyce.
See, we need some balance.
This is... we need some love
too
and we
much
need some
power.
hate. Yeah, that's true. We do have too much power. I didn't know we were starting.
Toby, please do that better.
Toby, you idiot. There we go, Toby. Rate this episode. All right, Kandyce, what would you rate this episode?
Okay, well, I'm not sure I've said this yet in season 5, but all Monk episodes deserve a 10.
Yes.
Best is 2 10s.
Yes.
Minimum of 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I feel like this was a great episode. Loved seeing Julie play basketball. But more importantly, I love seeing Monk so proud of coaching in general. So proud to be a coach. And so proud of the team. And so proud of himself at the end for winning all of the trophies.
Okay.
Was a very cute episode. So I will give it another solid 10.9. Because I'm pretty sure that the last 3 episodes all have had 9s. So
A 9 out of 10? Wow. Well, I rated it an 8.5 out of 10.
okay.
It's not as strong as the first 5 episodes for season 4 because we missed those first 5 episodes and they were good.
Yeah, that's true.
They were really good, but this one I don't think is as good as the equivalent being which one was I gonna? Oh, the level tricking level episode.
Oh, stays in bed.
Yeah, like I feel like this would have to go against Stays in Bed, which I feel like Stays in Bed would win.
It's hard for me to, especially now that I know how we're going to be doing these rankings. I'm like really hesitant to like give different scores. I will give different scores. I obviously I will. I'm not Monk crazy, right?
Yeah.
But this one had basketball, and I love the basketball. Ever since I've seen this one, like from the very beginning, every time I get excited about basketball, I've been playing basketball like as long as I can remember. So it's like I see this one, and I will agree that the crime isn't
amazing.
Yeah, like as far as the brother doing it, but still, it's like kind of the brother killed the lady, killed his own sister. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But as far as like I like the basketball stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it was kind of similar to the last episode though with the garbage strike, where he kind of just wanted to see Monk solve the garbage strike problem, not necessarily the who cares who killed the guy, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I feel like there's other episodes where you care a lot more, like, oh my gosh, who done it and why. Yeah. This one's like, I want to see Monk be a coach.
Like the astronaut, I feel like is one of those where, oh my gosh, the crime.
Yeah, and you're like, I want to see less astronaut because he's a jerk. But, yeah. I will give different rating. I promise, I guarantee I will give the next episode a different rating. How about that?
Wait, so you gave 9s for all of them so far?
Yeah, the actor and the garbage strike and this one. So I guarantee, even if it's just a 0.25, I mean, I can't promise like the moon and the stars and everything. So,
all right,
okay, I think we're done skis because it's a little late. So we're gonna go watch some more Monk and then go to bed. Give him one more whistle, Toby.
He's working on it. Toby, you're fired. Toby, I'm not joking this time.
This is why he likes me better. Toby, please give me a whistle. Please.
You're fired.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Junk Monk Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us at Junk Monk Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
If you want to know more about Kandyce, she's at Hardens and Hardhats on Instagram. And if you want to know more about me, Noah L., subscribe to my vlog, Noah Hernandez, on YouTube. Also, you can leave us a voicemail at 323-366-0477 with your questions, comments, or just to show us some love.
Don't forget to catch up on Monk with Amazon Prime Video, and of course, subscribe to our show.
You'll thank me later.